Hello! So this brand new project of mine titled Critical Black Futurism was actually inspired by our recent turn in EDU 8105 from the challenges of structural change in education to its possibilities, leaving me to wonder, are we limited not only by the structures we wish to change, but also by our capacity to imagine what this change could look like? In exploring this question, I draw on insights from a critical literature review of scholars, exemplified here by Bettina Love, David Stovall, and Ronaldo Walcott, who build on the intersection of carceral studies, i.e. the school-to-prison pipeline, the limitations and implications of critical race theory, and the concepts of emancipation as perpetually incomplete projects to form new abolitionist ways of thinking and teaching, including the emerging abolitionist teaching movement. In short, to be an abolitionist teacher and theorist is thus to actively engage in the conditions of fugitivity, moving not away from the past and present, but towards freedom not yet attained. In picking up on these future-thinking fugitive dreamings, I posit what I see as an implicit link between the theoretical and practical educational abolitionists to the cultural precedents of Afro-pessimism and Afrofuturism. These are both expansive social, political, and cultural genres that project Black subjectivity into futures in which race can be critiqued and reimagined on terrain not yet dominated by the current cultural imaginary and social technological complexes. Here I extend the meaning of technology to include schooling and argue that the extratemporality of these traditions begs application as an ongoing opening into both allyship and necessary conditions to avoid thinking about anti-oppressive movements as beneficial for just one group of people. Therefore, to think through this connection, amplify and create opportunities for allyship and proliferation as a gay white curriculum studies academic, I critically analyze my literature review of abolitionist teaching and cultural futurism through the lens of cultural studies as an act of what Sarah Ahmed has called elsewhere affective affinity. Cultural studies, particularly via Stuart Hall, has always been amenable to activist theory and practice, ready to amplify and take seriously theories and activities that are most needed in response to ongoing emerging injustices. Critical futurism injects critical studies with a more explicit future thinking mandate while giving critical reflexivity to flights of futuristic imagination. Ahmed's affective affinity likewise offers a way to contribute to rather than appropriate these ideas. My hope then is at the end of this writing project, I will offer a precedent for futurist affinity in educational imagining.